Why you take my drink and you stole my glass? What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Just Patrice, and we are live at Headboard Conversations. I'm super excited to have, oh my gosh, in my bed tonight, it's bananas.
It is going down.
Is the infamous, this brother right here is beyond dope. But I'm so excited that he decided to share some of his wisdom, impart his mind pimp, because that's what I call him, sir, upon the world. You get what I'm saying? And he's here tonight to share some of that goodness with you all as well. But before we get started, y'all know how we do this. It's not a joke. You got to take your pants off first. Because you can't get in the bed with your clothes on.
Mine are off, so.
Anywho. So I'm excited. Listen, this brother is an entrepreneur like extraordinaire. And aside from being just mad connected with himself as a man, a great husband, an awesome father, you get what I'm saying? Dude is a dope brother all the way around. And I'm honored to call him my friend. I'm sitting in the bed this evening with Mr. Christopher Wilder. What's up, Chris?
Nothing much, Patrice. Thank you for such a warm welcome.
You a fool.
I'm just saying, I'm so honored to be here.
So check this out. So I know people are going to be like, well, you threw the word pimp around, and he's not actually a pimp.
No.
But when you are as smooth, you know what I'm saying, with just communicating and connected to just people as you are, you know what I'm saying? People have to have some type of tagline and association with it. So I use that word. And it's definitely in no form at all of disrespect,
Right.
but it's a compliment to honor just how smooth, you know what I'm saying, and how well connected you are, how easily it is to believe. Yes, some of the things that you say.
Because I have a way with words.
You do, sir.
I was told at a young age I was blessed with a golden tongue.
A golden tongue, you say?
Yes.
They're like Goldie.
Well, not so much like
I don't know,
Goldie.
like Goldie sounds very good. Like Goldie, I think like Goldie, sir.
Not like Goldie. It's just I just have a way of putting things and getting things that I want.
Okay. So do you feel like you've mastered or that you utilize that talent to better or to cause, you know what I'm saying, a tad bit of mischief?
Both ways.
Both ways.
Definitely. I've always say now that I like to use my powers now for good and no longer for evil.
Should you call them powers?
Yeah, my powers for no longer.
This brother said my powers. I cannot. I am not built for this life. Anyway, he said my powers. So tell me a little bit about you, sir. And I will tell my audience a little bit about you. I know you are an entrepreneur.
Yes.
So you own your own business. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, my wife and I, we own KRS Hair Studio. We've been in
Okay.
business now for 12 years. Myself, I'm a hairstylist / barber. My wife is ranked #2 in the city for eyebrow waxing and body waxing. I got into the profession 26 years ago.
Okay.
And how I got into the profession is my father gave me an ultimatum. He said either get a job, go to school, or get out. And he said I need a decision today. So I chose today. So I chose hair just to piss him off. And believe it or not, I ended up liking it.
Okay.
And how I ended up liking it, the short story is that when I went to school for the first time, during orientation, I saw 300 beautiful women. And I knew that this was the job for me.
Say what I say.
It was like, I'm going to love this shit. This is awesome.
Just a room full of women.
Yeah, I was the only guy.
The only guy.
I was only straight guy.
Okay.
Only straight guy, and there were like 2 of the gay guys there.
Okay.
So I was like, this is awesome.
And you can't help but to win, huh?
Can't help but to win.
So when we talk about, you said you and your wife.
Yes.
So like you work like every day with your wife?
Every day.
Every day. So you work with your wife, you live with your wife.
Yes.
How do you actively find space for her to be her and you to be you?
Well, her ass is way in the bag.
Okay.
So we see each other in passing.
Okay.
But I think that, what helped me to work around women, to be around women, I was raised by women, raised with women. I had 2 sisters and a mother.
Okay.
And so working with a bunch of women comes natural.
Okay.
So therefore, I learned how to assimilate and just kind of go with the flow.
Okay.
So it doesn't really bother me.
So we all know that Headboard Conversations about discussing intimacies and some type of sometimes sexual pleasures and things like that. And being a man in an industry loaded with women, do you find it difficult to manage? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How? Like, how do you do that?
In my earlier years, it was very hard.
Okay.
Because I used to throw my dick in the game.
Okay.
And I used to fuck a lot of my clients.
Never mind.
I was
going to say, why would you do that? But
a lot of my
I
clients.
understand.
And once I became seasoned, I learned to take my dick out of the game and learn more to focus on my craft.
Okay.
And then when I learned to focus on my craft, I became a better stylist, a better hairstylist. But how I learned to work around women without, putting that into the game is that I had to be a better businessman.
Okay.
And I found that, working around women was a bit challenging. So then my wife came into the picture. And so she does a lot of the hands-on with the girls because that's just not my forte.
Okay.
So that's the
it's not your forte, or it's just safer.
It's a combination of both.
Okay.
Because I find that women react to men a lot differently than women react to other women.
Absolutely.
Women look at guys in one of two ways, especially in business, in my opinion, is that either A, he's going to be a pushover, or C, he's a hard ass.
Okay.
And it's always either, if he's a pushover, he's like, I'm not going to say a punk, but, things don't quite go the way they should go.
Okay.
Or the other way, if he's a hard ass, it can either go towards sexual discrimination, or it can go a whole nother direction. But if you fold in this is where the pimp shit come in.
Okay.
If you fold in
wait a minute, excuse me. Notice, I just have to say to my listeners right in this moment, notice that the brother acknowledged this is where the pimp shit come in. I just want to say that. Okay, and then back.
If you put your number one in charge, everybody else will follow.
That's some pimp shit. Did you catch that? I'm not.
It's not.
That is,
not.
if you put your number one in charge, because the number one can handle all. Are you in charge of the girls? Are you in charge of the girls? That's what you just said. You just asked it, so that's the. And look at the pinky. Look at the pinky. I feel like somebody be playing Bruno Mars. Rock now. Look at the pinky. You know what? I'm just gonna pour me a drink. Let me slide this a little closer while I pour me a cocktail, because you know what? I can't even receive what you just said right now. That's a little something, because when you put your number one in charge, that's why I say this. That's why I say I seen you, sir. I seen you.
But
I see you. How do your female how do you say customers? You know what I'm saying? Do you notice that they are different with you?
Yes.
Like, when you say that, what do you mean?
I think being in this industry,
Okay.
I've always said this, is that it's definitely 60% personality.
Okay.
And 40% skill.
Okay.
And so therefore you have to have the personality to maintain the customers.
Okay.
And people come back to you because they like you.
Okay.
And so therefore you always have to put a little extra on there for them.
Okay.
In order to retain their business. You get older women that are flirtatious and, they always try to push the envelope, and I mean, you can't fault them for trying.
Okay.
But it always works two ways. I can't fault you for trying. I can only be fault for accepting.
And you know what? I'm glad that you said that, because I have a lot of conversation with my sister girls, and we have these conversations, and I say, you can't be mad at the other woman, whoever the other woman is,
right,
unless she knows that unless she know you. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not her that your issue is with. It's the guy.
Exactly.
If he doesn't engage, or she can flirt all she wants to, if he is not following through on these types of interactions, who gives a hell what she's saying or doing or throwing or whatever the case may be? if you are like, I see you, so.
Right. Right.
Oh, that's nice that you did that. So,
Right. I agree 100%.
you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Then what? But a lot of women cause all types of unnecessary discord. You know what I'm saying? And in that space, I think that we forget that it's not the people external of our relationship that are supposed to dictate those things.
That's right.
It's what we have here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And considering you are extremely handsome man.
Well, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And we've talked about this before, how your energy is just so smooth, so, coercing. You know what I'm saying? I think it's pretty impressive that you don't use your quote unquote magic skills for evil doing. See how I do like this? And y'all feel what I'm saying. Because it could very well just turn into some crazy shit for you.
It has in the past. It turned into some pretty crazy ass shit. I done got grandstanded in my current salon, but my salons I've worked in the past, for some crazy.
So tell me about some of your grandstanding. You said grandstand, what?
One time I had one girl at my house, and another one showed up, and she rang the doorbell, and I answered the door, and she barged her way in. And no, that was another time. It was another time. And she barged her way in and caught me in the act, and the old girl stormed off, and then the other one ran down the street, and the next day on a Saturday, it was.
But what was you doing when somebody was storming away and running down the street?
We was fucking.
What were you doing?
I was trying. Well, I actually let the girl, the one that left the first time, I let her go because I really didn't care about her. But the one who I was with, the one who I cared about, she ran off, so I ran after her. And so after I got her back, tried to defuse it and didn't defuse it. The next day, the one that left, the first one that left, she met me at the salon at 9 o'clock in the morning in the hood on a Saturday.
Ready to go.
It had to be 30 people in the damn
It's ready
shop.
to go.
Y'all ever been to a black salon in the hood
was ready.
on a Saturday at 10 o'clock? It's jam-packed, it's loud as hell. But at that moment, it got quiet as a motherfucker.
Was she in there? Was she doing it
checking,
with all the flags and everything?
Yeah.
Giving you light?
I couldn't do nothing. Girl, just stop. Don't, come on, let's go at it. It was that bad. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it was bad. So,
did that change anything for you?
It made me tighten up my game. That's about it.
Go on and take a sip with your pinky out right now, because that was necessary. Right now, right there. There you go.
Tighten my game up.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
That's about it.
Exquisitely crazy. I don't even know what to believe right now. I feel like you running game right now. I don't want to believe.
Patrice,
Patrice, I'm not. Dude, don't talk to me like that. I feel like that's game. Patrice, I'm not. I feel like that's game in my spirit. I feel like my producer is helping you. I feel like it's something that's happening right now. I feel it's a conspiracy going on right now.
There's no magic.
I don't know. I feel like it's a conspiracy happening.
My magic wand ain't even out. It's
hey!
It ain't even. I ain't got nothing.
I'm about to die. See what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? See, y'all think I'm kidding. I can't even look over the nose. I ain't looking at him directly in the eye. I'm only looking off to the corner because no, not at all, sir. Nope. That's me. I'm moving in. I'm not trying to move in. Nope, I'm not even looking. I have to look at. He said trees. Then he said trees.
I'm gonna turn this way.
Look at me.
Trees, look at me.
I'm gonna have to say no.
Trees, look. Just it's a peep. Say a peekaboo. I see you. Look.
I can't. I can't. I'm only look at the corner.
Look, what if I did this? Look.
Ah! Listen.
Look, you fellas up. I'm just saying, Trees. I'm just saying.
You just saying what?
I'm possessed with some skills.
You possessed?
With some
possessed
skills.
is right.
With some
possessed
skills.
You was a pimp.
I possess some skills. That's what I'm saying. I got some skills. Got some skills. That's it. That's it.
Something wrong. Something wrong. Yo, what? This nigga. I see. You know what? Let me explain to you, ladies. I hope y'all paying attention. When you see this type of stuff happening, run. Just go, girl. Go the other way. Just go. Just go. He gonna get you. He is gonna get you. You understand what I'm saying? All jokes aside, though, Chris.
Okay.
First of all, I have like mad respect for you as a businessman.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And I love how connected you are to like just the spiritual energies.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of people miss what's the word I'm looking for? Those next level stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
as you talked about some of your earlier days and how you talked about you know what I'm saying, just where you've come for now, you know what I'm saying? What is the greatest lesson you've learned?
Ooh, very good question. I've learned many lessons, and the greatest lesson I would probably say right now is how to really, really, really appreciate life.
Okay.
And to realize how short life really is.
Okay.
And how to value every single moment. And the journey that I'm on right now is the striving to do something great.
Okay.
You know, so I can be remembered by that one great thing. Because like I always said, and those of you who know me, is that I truly do believe that you are truly dead when your name is no longer spoken.
Okay.
And I think that, you know, I want my name and anything that I've done to live on behind me. But I think that life is always a lesson. I mean, I'm a student of life.
Okay.
You know, and I look at everything that happens in this world. I try to pay attention to it. And I always tell like all my friends and my clients that, you know, spiritually you have to be in tune.
Okay.
And once upon a time, my life was an analog, and I was in HD. You know, and so
that's deep.
Yeah, it has to be. And as your spiritual journey goes on, I believe that, you know, it becomes more and more and more and tuned in. And then life opens up for you. When it opens up for you, you're able to see everything.
So with that being the case, so that is a more a heavier side of who you are, a deeper side of who you are. So just a quick moment of shallowness.
Okay.
Okay, but when people see you and they ask about, pardon me, sir.
Oh, sorry, my little microphone.
We want to definitely make sure that it's staying on. I hope you get ready to cut that. Okay, great.
I'd like to do that again.
Thank you. No.
Okay. What if I just moved it?
No, not at all.
I was testing.
I'm just testing. You so stupid. When people ask you about, we talk about shallowness and very, how do you say, undeep. That's not really where I'm making it. Non-deep or whatever people say. Context of who you are. You get what I'm saying? With you being handsome, you being smart, business savvy, things like that, or whatever the case may be. You're a pretty small frame guy, Chris. You know what I'm saying? Does that like affect any of your interactions, or do you like was that ever an issue for you?
You know what? That's funny that you asked that. I suffer from shallow Hal syndrome.
Okay.
And those of you people who out there who don't know is that, you know, I do have a small frame, but for many years I thought I was big. And I mean, honest to God, I thought, because all my friends are big, and so therefore I just thought I was big as them. Until my wife said, "No, you are small." I'm like, "No, I'm not." She's like, "Yes, you are." I'm like, "No, I'm not." And I looked, I was like, "Well, damn, I guess I am." So honestly, for like 45 years of my life,
Hell no.
I thought I was like 200 pounds.
You got a big stick though.
You know what?
I mean, it's
Little
crazy.
sidebar conversation shit.
But it's crazy. But the thing
Hell
about
no.
that is that, you know, I'm able to do things that bigger guys can't do.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I think that
I have heard your wife say that you were like freaky strong.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, it's some crazy ass shit.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was kind of fucked me up when I learned that shit. Like, damn, I really am small. She's like, yeah, you're small. You need to gain some weight. Like, really?
So if you can impart with all your awesomeness and wisdom and let me do like this, pen biology on my listeners, if you could leave them with anything, just anything like extra crisp-ish.
Extra
would it be?
Chris's, what would I do? Oh boy, I would say be true to yourself.
Okay.
Be authentic. Be transparent. Give more than receive. Learn to love one person implicitly, and that's yourself. Learn to trust yourself. I think that's what I believe in.
I think that's pretty deep. I enjoy it. I appreciate it. Is there a problem?
Oh, that was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Wow.
That was.
Thank you.
I'm like, is there a problem? Y'all know we sometimes have live audience, and I have to engage them sometimes because they be doing a lot. I heard Chris got a big stick, and that he's freaky strong, and that was beautiful.
Look.
I'm like, what, sir?
It ain't.
What is
it?
What the hell, no? And why is it so far down by your knee?
Like-
Get your ass. You know what, Chris? I really
I'm
think
just
it's time for you
saying.
to go. You know what? It is so time for you to go. You know what?
I don't want to go.
If you took Uber, I would send you Uber, but I'm sure that your ride is going to be outside in about 5 minutes because I'm calling. And you know what? I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. Thank y'all for hanging out with Chris. Make sure y'all pay attention to credits at the end because you're definitely going to catch all of the KRS plug because I absolutely love what they do at the salon, what they do as a business, and who they are as people in the community. It's just amazing. And I think you should get to know them a little bit. And today you got to know a little bit more about this fella right here. I'm so glad you could join me, but it's definitely
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I haven't had you. Don't say that. Don't say
Thank
that.
you for having me on the show.
Thank you.
Patrice.
Thank you.
Not
Clear. Let's just be clear.
God.
Oh, let's be clear. We out of here. You got to go, Chris. Somebody called this man a ride.